All right, welcome back to the program. Good morning, Nigeria it is, and it's live on the network service of the NTA. In a moment, we'll bring in Chukwudi Okudugbaja for the newspaper review. Stay with us.
Okay, our newspaper reviewer is here, Chukwudi Okudugbaja. Chuks, good to see you.
I'm with a midweek joy. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
You know, you're always a sight for sore eyes. So now that you're back, to the stage, on stage, I am happy about it.
I'm happy to see you too.
I was beginning to miss demo. How you doing now? You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
How are you doing?
Very well, thank you. Good
Practically
morning.
caressing that tablet. It's got good news. Let's go.
Yes, okay, so let's start with leadership newspaper. Okay, let me take the hard copy. It has a lot of stories. Wike, by God's grace, Tinubu's mediation in Rivers will be the last one. It's on page 7. And reactions as Senate OK's e-transmission of results retains manual collation as backup. That's on page 4. And you see the evidence of that harmonization. And the picture story, Senators Aminu Tambuwal, Inaya Bariba and Rufai Hanga, Deputy Senate President, all of them, including President of the Senate himself, exchanging banters after yesterday's emergency plenary of the Senate. And we'll talk about that later. Special forces will be deployed in Kwara and Niger. That's according to the Chief of Defense Staff. It's on page 7. And other stories. This one says, curb election year spending spree. Central Bank warns governors. Again, curb election year spending spree. Central Bank warns governors. And of course there are other stories, and this is a very bizarre one. Brothers arrested for killing burying sibling in shallow grave. It's on page 20, fortunately. You want Chukwudi to take, or you want to take yours as well?
No. Okay.
Do his bit first.
Yes, so that we can finish up. You didn't take the business NG?
I have one. I can.
Okay, let me take the business NG now. Lagos and Abuja housing costs soar. Tenants struggle as rent outpaces salaries. That's on Lagos, the business NG. Dangote refinery cuts PMS gantry price to 774 per litre. Aims to outcompete importers. Taraba, Abia lead states with most abandoned government projects. Taraba, Abia lead states with most abandoned government projects. Then foreign investors flock to Nigerian Eurobonds as yields tighten. Then we have Atiku Makinde meet IBB behind closed doors in Mina. That's on the... Then we have the Senate approves electronic transmission of election results. That story can be found on page 2 of the Business NG. And Tinubu appoints new heads for NEMSA. Chesco announces nominees. Now, the Guardian newspaper. We have Nigeria spends 3.53 trillion importing raw materials locally. That news can be found on page 3. And court bars Osun LG funds utilization pending end of trial. That's on page 3. INEC under spotlight as Senate shifts ground on e-transmission. Details of that headline story can be found on page 6. Russia denies report of Nigerian mercenaries killed in Ukraine war. Details on page 4. Lagos State government seeks food, water vendors, others support in war against cholera. Details on page 5. Zoniro, court battles test opposition coercion ahead of 2027. And then we have Lagos, 12 other states to experience longer rainfall in 2026, says NIMET. Academic real selective implementation of 40% pay rise. Experts urge federal government to criminalize ransom payment to terrorists. Chooks?
Well, it is easy to say criminalize ransom payment to terrorists.
Yeah.
The Americans will tell you we don't ever give in to, blackmail, which ransom payment is all about, really, in essence. Apart from people making it an industry now, they compromise your ability to say no to evil because you love the people they have in captivity. Well, it's a good thing he said it, but putting it in practice.
Because most of the time when you even give the ransom, you are not even sure whether the victims will be released, alive.
Sometimes they take and kill.
They take and kill. I just read the story of that medical doctor that was kidnapped with his brother, and the kidnapper asked for 100 million, and they gave them the 100 million, but the brother was killed. The brother was killed, and the doctor was released. And you know what happened? the sister of the kidnappers fell ill, so they took the sister to the doctor's clinic. So he alerted the police, and they got them arrested.
Oh,
yes.
The doctor remembered or recalled.
Of course, their faces.
They were careless, evil merchants. Anyway, heavens will deal with these people from time to time, but let's help ourselves so heavens will help us more. Now, they are saying that Dangote, the one that affects the people always affects me first.
That is the oil.
The gantry price, ex-depot, going to 774. That's a good one. That's good news. He is trying to outperform in terms of price drop.
Yes,
those who import.
Yes,
and the question Chukwudi keeps asking is, if Dangote could do it for us locally and we are satisfied, why push towards importing? Part of the things you need to help the dollar is to reduce the strain on it. You're not going to import fuel with the naira. You're going to spend dollars. So if that is possible from Dangote's side, why don't we all concentrate on buying from him, but also keep the other side open, just in case, petrol drops in terms of the quantity that comes out from Dangote. I am just thinking aloud.
It's open market.
The furore over real-time uploading of results and all that. I was listening to my election guru, Wagu, 2 days ago it was, I think so.
Yeah, 2 days ago.
And he was stressing that uploading results real-time is important, but that if you don't add collation, the collation itself, that you still...
The manual collation.
Manual collation. No, he says that collation should also go up,
Okay.
Go up. Otherwise, the transparency you want could still be compromised somewhere. That was the way he explained it.
How do you mean collation? Because what is uploaded is on the EC Form 8 or thereabout,
Yes.
So, and what is on that form is supposed to be what you have, collated. So that is what, is uploaded on the IREV.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. Collation at that point would be from the ward. It's a stage-by-stage thing. So what we need to know clearly is, are you asking that the results move from the booth immediately to IREV? Or do you need some level of collation before you move up to the IREV? The entire thing is strewn with a lot of ifs and uncertainties.
The presiding officer
yes.
is vested with the responsibility to upload
It's not about whose authority it is.
No, because
It's
at that
about
point, at the
actualizing it.
point you are saying,
And
the presiding officer is the one, and you don't get, presiding officers, or you have the presiding officer who takes charge of that Form C8. After all the party agents must have, appended their signature and confirmed that what is on that form is a true copy.
Those are
of
procedural.
What exactly.
Yes.
So that is what the presiding officer uploads on the IRM. Well, I'm not.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You're not.
Trying to
but as a reporter, you need to know the process so that you can ask the man that day, this is what you're supposed to do. Why are we seeing something different?
But I think we should at this point applaud the National Assembly for heeding the calls.
Claire, I'm sorry. I don't like us disagreeing on the air, but Nigerians should stop applauding people for doing what they should do for Nigerian people.
No, but they could.
You don't go cap in hand to those you elected to.
Wait now.
If that is what the people want, it was lucky when he was contesting for governorship in Edo State. I was still there. The Bendel Broadcasting Service, Edo Delta. He said, give the people what they want, and everybody was dancing. Even Kokori and them.
But she's still saying the same thing.
Yes, Chukwudi, you talk about.
She said applaud. Is that what I don't like?
Okay, the word applaud.
What I'm saying, we should commend them. When they hear the people's voice, you commend them, because they could also. The Senate could also, because it is not both chambers now. It is the Senate. It is the Senate that took that decision that generated the debate. Yes.
The controversy.
So both chambers now met and harmonized, the gray areas. So for that to come out and say, okay, let us allow the e-transmission, as Nigerians have called, and put up the manual collation as a backup. So I'm saying that
if you do
good, oh,
you are wasting airtime.
Anyway, there's something I'd like to mention, please, before we go. And this is not, it's I hope it's not PR, but it's the Leadership Conference Award. Usually when you give awards, you begin to question the integrity and capacity of those who get these awards. But the people here, if you go on page 2, of the people that are getting this award, leadership award, I must say they truly, truly deserve the awards. And this is Nigeria. First on the list is Senator Oluremi Tinubu, and this is for the reason. So for redefining the First Lady's office as a source for stewardship.
I've ticked it. Okay, who's the next person?
The other people are, let me tell you, Zach Adedeji, public service, that's for tax reform. There are governors like Sule Uzodinma, and then you have Kanye Yachukwu Tabu Okeke, Artist of the Year. You have Justin Madugu. Falcons.
It's okay.
Coach. So,
anyway, there are some I need a little research before I can take good.
Of course.
That's automatic.
Yeah. Let's look at this issue of Russia denies report of Nigerian mercenaries killed in Ukraine war.
I don't know whether that's a headline story. If you know that there's a storm somewhere and you walk into it, the point is Russia deceiving them into the fools? Otherwise, I mean, your willpower would always guide your steps in life. We hope it doesn't guide you to hell, You know the epicenter of disaster, the Russian front, the Russia-Ukraine front has become. Steer clear of that area if you don't want to go to war.
Before we let you go, one of the items on the front page is Minister Wike saying, predicting that Mr. President's intervention this last time will be the last one. Well, we don't want you to say anything. We can only say amen to that.
You're not sounding like a journalist this morning. Otherwise, I wanted to stress by God's grace. It's okay, please.
Well, amen, and by God's grace.
You said by God's grace, Tinubu's mediation in Rivers will be the last one. I want people to also help God work, because He helps those who help themselves.
And Rivers people should also help and make this work.
Exactly.
Is it the Rivers people?
Yes.
It is the Rivers people.
Or the two actors?
No. In Britain, or US, these two actors will be demolished by the people.
How?
The people will tell you what they want.
The
And
situation
then
there
they
is
listen
quite
to
different
public
from it.
opinion.
You know,
It is the problem in Nigeria, Africa, is that some politicians could just be doing their thing up there, and the people say no, and they still go ahead. The impunity.
You know where I'm coming from? The aides of the two gladiators. The supporters of the two gladiators. If you read the banter on the social media, it won't help. It won't help cement, you know, the unity that both parties actually are looking for. So when your principal is saying things and you help him, that's why you are an aide. And not
You help
that-
him. What if you refuse the help?
I pray for the day Nigerian people will say, this is what we
Anyway,
want,
yes.
and those who are elected listen to the people because they don't have a choice.
Just like
All
we
right.
just had.
Princess
Then you try
Anne
it
is
in the
saying
UK.
wrap up. Princess Anne is saying wrap up. So let's take a short break. When we come back, we'll continue.